Hello everyone, my name is Ruchika and today I'm going to show you some exercises that are fit for postnatal fitness routines. We'll first do the triceps. You can use some weights, and alternatively if you don't want to spend on weights, you can take Bisleri bottles filled with water, and if you want to increase the weight in those bottles, if the water is not enough for you can fill sand. Now stand with your legs shoulder width apart, raise your hands, raise your arms. You should lock your arms so that all the weight comes here. Now you take the dumbbell down and then take it up back. You should repeat this motion as much as you can from one hand, and then you should change the hand and do the same with the other. Just make sure that your hands are fixed. Your hands shouldn't move. All the weight should come only in this portion of your arm. So this is working our triceps. Now we can put the weights down and we'll do another exercise with a heavier weight. Now this can be done like I told you, in a Bisleri bottle filled with sand, because this should be a heavier weight. You're going to lift it with both your hands. Now hold the dumbbell like this, raise it, lock your arms again, lower it down without moving your arms, keeping them locked. Again the weight should fall on the same part of your arm, which is the tricep, not on any other part. Now when you do these exercises, make sure that your abdomen is tight, contracted, squeezed in and up, so that throughout your exercise routine you're also working your abdomen. Now I'll show you some exercises for the legs. Now these are some of the weights that I use for the legs, and these are available in the market. They're not very expensive, but again I'll also, in my blog, I'll give you another alternative to these weights, how you can make them at home. Now you tie them on your legs, your ankles, and make sure that they're not loose. They should be fitted well in their place. There are a lot of other alternatives to leg weights that you find in the market these days. These ones are pretty old. You find a lot of other weights also. Now lie down on your back, raise your legs and make a V and spread your legs as much as you can. Now your body should be still on the ground. Your hands should be on the ground. Only your legs are going to move. Make this movement as slow as possible. When you get your feet up, breathe out and then breathe in again. Breathe out, breathe in again. Now when you do this, the inner thigh is going to work along with your lower abdomen. Also make sure that your entire leg is contracted and like you're holding it tight. You have to put all your focus on your legs. They should be tight. Breathe out. When you breathe out, you stick your tummy in, and when you breathe in, you stick it out. Now you always get up on your side. Another leg exercise that you can do, which will work your thighs as well as your hips, is the conventional squat. Now this, again, I'm going to target the inner thighs, and for that you'll have to widen your leg a little wider than your shoulder width. Stick them out. Your toes should be pointed a little outwards, and then you do the squat. When you come down, you breathe out. Now when you do this, make sure that your knee is not going beyond the toe line. Put all the focus here. You should feel all the strength, all the weight here. Now another exercise that I want to show you. Now this, make sure that if you have just delivered, you do not do this particular exercise. If you have a case of diastasis, you do not do this. Otherwise, rest of the people can try this one. These are called donkey kicks. You rise your leg back and you sort of push it back as if you're kicking someone behind. So all the weight is going to be on your hips. When you kick back, breathe out and stick your tummy in. Now all these exercises you have to repeat until you can not do them anymore, and then do it on the other leg. And you can do as many sets. Sets meaning you repeat from one leg, you repeat from the other, and then you stop. Give yourself a break for like 30 seconds and then repeat another set. You should do this as much as your stamina allows you. Do not push yourself so much that you cannot get up the other day, but do not do it very, you should do it enough that it challenges your body. Now this is another exercise that I want to show you. For that you'll have to pull your mat towards the wall. Now stick your mat to a nearby wall and lie down. Put your feet on the wall and your hips should be touching the edge of the wall. Now all the weight on your thighs and on your hips, and you pull your body up. Breathe out. When you pull up, your abs should be stuck, contracted inside and upwards. Down, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. This exercise is very effective for the thighs as well as the hips. Now another exercise that I want to show you for your arms, that I'm going to use my boxing gloves. Now if you don't have boxing gloves, you can either buy them or you can use the weights, the same weights that you are using for your feet. What happens is, when we're using all these props, we're just adding a little weight and that a little more resistance, and that will make our exercises more challenging for us. This is an exercise for the triceps again. Now with your boxing gloves, you squat down a little so that you also feel some weight here, and you raise your hands. You punch upwards. You should do this till you cannot do it anymore, same like other exercises, and do a set of 3 at least to start with. This is very, very good for the triceps. It hits you right here. And mind you, like for the arms, if you work your triceps, you'll see results very quickly, because that's the main culprit, that's like the fattest part of your arms. That'll be it for this session. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and more importantly, I hope that you try this. Do it regularly. Do not keep doing it consistently over a period of time, and I promise you, you'll see a lot of changes in your body. Thanks, and keep watching my videos. Bye.